I'm not moving from here, because otherwise I'll do the rock star dive. So, I am humbled and touched by each and every one of you in this room. And I know that there's quite a story behind this woman. And I started this journey, as I said before, a couple of years ago, and I jumped on the opportunity to sharing my story. And the reason why I wanted to share my story was that I am having a game in this world. I'm playing a game, and that game is to move, touch, inspire, and educate people to never quit. You see, as a doctor of natural medicine, I've done a lot of studies in the natural healing arts. This is my 25th years of my research in natural healing arts. So I'm celebrating my 25 years in my practice. And you see, in my 25 years, I've never thought that what I would research I would be using for myself one day. I always gave it to others, passionate about helping others, and actually I may consider myself a multi-passionate. I'm passionate in everything that I do. I live my life with passion, and today more than before, and I will tell you my story. In the first book, I wrote my story in regards to what had happened to me and how God made plans for me. I was not born with the white cane. That was a gift of God. I woke up one morning realizing I was having a stroke, a brain aneurysm, and I ended up with a massive brain surgery. Yes, I'm a walking miracle. And I live today with 3 steel plates in my cranium that are keeping my cranium together, an aneurysm clip in my brain, and I'm legally blind. Now, I could have had a decision, I could have made a choice. At that time that this happened to me, I was a successful entrepreneur in the natural healing arts. I had 4 clinics around the GTA and was about to open a 5th clinic. So I was very, very successful in what I was doing. I specialized in pain management and a lot of things in well-being in regards to your wellness. And so I was very, very, very successful. So that morning when I woke up, I did not realize that God had made different plans for me. I had lost everything overnight. It took me 4 months to get off my deathbed. I lost my house, I lost my clinics, and I lost my dignity as a human being. I needed someone 24/7 because I was not able to do anything on my own. And on top of that, I had a 19-year-old, and I'm a single parent. And the thought of leaving my daughter by herself was the strength that gave me to overcome my deathbed. Any parents in the room? Do your parents give you that? Do your kids give you that strength? Oh yeah. So my daughter was my why. Just like Haley had her why, I have my daughter as my why. And I actually remember my daughter just married last year in June. My daughter got married. And that was the biggest joy for me, was to walk her down the aisle with her father that reached us from Italy, because I'm separated too, divorced too, so happily divorced. He's in Italy, I'm here. That's the way it's got to be. Stay there, I'm here. But that day was an amazing day, okay? It was in a day that during the speeches that we give and everything, well, one speech, my daughter, in her speech said, "My mother's my inspiration. My mother taught me to never quit." And that's where I realized that I had accomplished my mission as a mother, as a parent, that I inspired my child. And that's where I became aware that this is my purpose. I was given this gift of blindness so that I can move, touch, inspire, and educate people to never quit. So one thing, how do I do it? How do I do it? You see, it isn't easy to get off a deathbed, okay, and have a near-death experience, being resuscitated and the whole 9 yards. and realizing that you're alive after a couple of months, and then realizing that you're not the same as you used to be before. You can't work, you can't be the contribution that you used to be. I used to go traveling all over. I used to go traveling all over the world as a doctor of humanitarian services, serving humanitarian clinics like Doctors Without Borders. I couldn't do that anymore. And so I said to myself, well, I'm going to serve the world by speaking the stage, taking on the stage. I'm going to serve the world by teaching them how to come back from where you had no idea you were going to go. I had no idea this was going to happen to me, okay? And what I did, I just rebuilt myself. I had whatever I have left, I actually enhanced. So as a visual impaired, I am capable of developing parts of the brain that I did not have access to before. Has anybody heard about neuroplasticity before? Right? The neuroplasticity of the brain is actually that capability of educating your brain, of molding your brain through a thought process and through exercise. And that's the way I see. And I have been considered as the woman beyond sight, beyond hearing, and knowing beyond knowledge, because I have developed that part of the brain, and I teach that. I have put together a program where I teach how to use your brain and enhance yourself in your skills in anything that you do in your life. So said this, want to leave you just with one last comment, one last thing I want to say. Yes, never quit. This is one thing. But one thing also is that if you don't know what to do, like I had no idea this new life, how I was supposed to do it. If you don't know how to do it, it doesn't matter. Just do it. You figure it out as you go. I never knew how I was supposed to move on. Yes, I have multiple businesses of which, I'm also a professional network marketer. So I created multiple streams of income in regards to supporting myself. But I also understood how to make my life work the way it is today. And you know what? I would never go back. I would not give 1 minute away of this life that I have today. I'm a happy being, moving, touching, inspiring, and educating people. Thank you.